Hey folks! Day 3 of Inktober brings back some complex ideas and some new challenges. The prompt for today was roasted, and I went in a completely different direction to what I originally thought I was going to do. Firstly, I will be honest and admit that I was going to make today a throwaway joke and do some sort of meme reference for roasting. But I didn't. Please be proud of me, I actually went with a proper piece today. When first sketching out the initial ideas for the thumbnails of this piece, I had the girl looking back at the audience. I wanted the audience to see her face. I debated with the idea of her being either frightened or furious, and I wanted her to be standing in front of a huge blaze. My initial ideas were of a witch who had either lost control of her powers, or a witch who was taking revenge on the people who shunned and abused her. I decided to go with the latter because I think it suited the prompt more. If the prompt had been scorched or flame or something like that, I may have interpreted this girl's actions as an accident. But with the word roasted, it makes it seem deliberate. It's a very deliberate word. It's a very deliberate action. This girl knew what she was doing, and she's not going to do anything to stop it. Because of my lack of coloured ink and my lack of confidence when it comes to illustrating fire, I ended up with the aftermath of the girl's actions rather than, depicting towering flames. Flames and chaos and carnage! My original plan was to cover the scenery in these flames, and that's because I don't feel like I'm very skilled at drawing buildings, so, that's something I just wanted to cheat away. Just cheat it away. Architecture is something that has always seemed so complicated to me, because of, the precise details and angles of it. I just wanted to cover that with fire. Just cover my sins with fire. So, unlike my foliage in day 1, I tried to let the mind sort of fill the gaps a little bit, keeping the buildings far away and very sketchy, all in an attempt to, cover up the fact that I had no idea what I was doing. I wanted to make more of an impression of brickwork rather than being very detailed about it. And also, after accepting the fact that I couldn't draw flames and I wasn't about to try, I was resigned to having my figure standing in front of, a long deserted town, already lost to tragedy. But as I went through adding depth to my piece using the same water-soluble ink pen that I used in day 1, I found out something very interesting. If I loaded up a certain inked area with water and then blotted that water away with tissue, not only would it make this lovely half-blurred effect, but for some reason the ink from the water-soluble pen left a yellowish residue behind, and that, dried instantly due to the tissue. And I have no idea why, I don't know why or how it happened, but I was over the moon, because it left the area with the impression that it was, recently burning, like that part of the building or wall or roof was still smouldering. 'Twas freshly singed. Honestly, even before I started adding this effect, and even before I started shading all the scenery, I really liked how the buildings looked. I should have taken a picture. That'll never happen again! I liked the fact that there were parts that were missing. I liked that there were wooden support beams sticking out in places and crumbling with the rest of the buildings. it's also a great contrast with the movement of the figure. Although she herself is still, her hair and her dress moves and flows in the kind of powerful, ethereal and graceful way that I really like. If you know my art, you know that I'm a fan of long, gravity-defying hair. And clothes. They're all very light in my realities. just a gentle breeze and whoosh, graceful hair everywhere. Short hair? Never heard of her. Pixie cut? She's been missing for weeks. Don't know her! The sky, which was originally going to be, lit up from the blaze below, suddenly became dark and cloudy and foreboding with the consequences of this witch's actions. Now that she's done this, she can't go back, and you know for a fact that people are going to want her to pay for her crimes. But in this moment, she's just content to watch the smouldering remains of the town she once called home, letting it rot in the past like the people who lived there. I seem to do this quite often with my Inktober pieces. I create an entire world, and an entire story for this one character, and I hope that comes across in some of my pieces. Or maybe just because I'm drawing it, I'm a lot more involved. But it's something I like to think about. I like world building. I never write down any of the stories, God no, why would anyone do that? But I like creating them, and I like creating the characters, and this was a very fun and immersive piece to draw and to think about. I want to think about, the sort of things that this village did to her to make her so angry and to make her just wipe out the entire town. You know another reason I like Inktober? It lets me be dark. I don't get enough time to just be dark and broody and think of dark stories. I like doing stuff like that. I just like happy endings more. I just want everyone to be happy. So in the end, I am happy with this piece, but it calls attention to the fact that I need to do more studies with different values. Because this piece holds a lot of the same tones, parts of this piece can sort of blur into each other, and even though I try to differentiate with, the line work and that sort of thing, I feel like some of the detail got a bit lost. However, I think it was a great practice for me, and, it kind of proved to myself that I can in fact draw architecture. Or at least the impression of it. You need some vague buildings? I can do that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm back at work now, so my god, wish me luck, because this is gonna be tough. I doubt I'm gonna be able to get a video out every day from now on, but, I'll get a video out when I want. Deal with it. Pop me a like or a cheeky subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more. It's always appreciated. I hope you're having a lovely time wherever you are, and stay safe. Ta-ra!